Folks production.
In mix.
With the commish, Nate.
All right, there we go. Welcome to Press Pass Live, everybody. It is rolling along. It's Monday. Happy Monday to you. We've had a little technical difficulties here, but we have figured them out with the guys. Let me get into it right now as we jump into Press Pass Live. OMFL Media Days, by far my favorite thing to ever do. And there's nothing funnier than going to my very first guest here. And as he leans back on his couch, there is a giant photo of a some would say a cock, a chicken back here on his calendar that it just fits perfectly for my guy Priest. We got Priest. We got Meek Boy. Let me get Meek up here. Oh, wait, studio mode. There we go. Where's he? Where's Meek Boy? There's my guy Meek Boy. And we got my guy JaBowles in here. So we got the Raiders, the Seahawks, and the Packers. At least I think that's who they all are. Guys, you ready to do this with me?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that gross hat, red and black. How does a guy from Canada become a Texas Tech fan? You got to explain that one really quick.
Most of my family lives in Texas, so my brother Lubbock, he's a big Red fan, so I get club seats when I go. It's a good time.
Look at you, Red Raiders. All right, let's jump into it, fellas. Madden 24 is over. It is done, but the lessons learned still linger with us. Priest, we're going to start with you, then we're going to go to Meek and JaBowles, and then we'll reverse that thing right back. What'd you learn, Priest, in Madden 24 that you think is going to help you in Madden 25?
I learned more near the end, but you got to scout your opponents. If you just go in there blind, you're going to get your ass kicked. A lot of people, unfortunately, like to do the same thing. So it's if you grab their 10 plays or their 5 plays and learn them, you'll do better on defense. That's for sure. I don't know about offense, but at least defense, you can try to stop them.
Meek, what about you, bud?
Oh, well, the main thing I learned was to not go against the grain. And when I say that, I basically mean stay the course, do what you do well. You know, if you run the ball well, run the heck out of the ball. If you pass it well, pass the heck out of the ball. I've learned here, people that win a lot, they don't stray away from what they do, and I've kind of tried to do that myself.
Mr. Bowles.
I'll kind of piggyback on both of those. I think Meek is true, kind of stick to what you know and
for a second.
Try and just, stay that course. And then I think also, trying to mix it up. Just, I learned kind of for myself that when I'm more engaged, I play a little bit better. I'm actually, like Priest said, I'll kind of watch some streams of my next opponent, kind of see what they like to do. And then also I think just learning to manage my roster. I kind of, last Madden, I let go of Devontae. He was getting old and, kind of stuck with the younger wide receivers. And I felt like that was a little bit better money-wise, cap-wise. But, just trying to stay more engaged. That's really kind of what I learned moving forward. Hopefully, now with the new baby on the way and everything, I can kind of continue to be more engaged. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you got this. I'm not a Raiders fan, but man, they do have the best color scheme, right? Black and white just goes with anything and everything. Let's talk about your focus area. Thinking about those Raiders, I feel like you and I are in kind of the same boat with our teams, sort of a team that needs a lot of young talent. What are you thinking about for Madden 25 imports?
Well, looking at it, I think they were trying to draft a QB, but I don't think any of the teams above them this year were wanting to let go of that. So they did go with Brock Bowers, which I'm happy about. He's just a playmaker. But my focus is probably going to be QB. I was able to make a big trade this last Madden and get Gaston Walther. So I think he's going to be my main import. And then I think I have another 2. I'm going to bring over a cornerback. He's kind of 87 overall. He's decent. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to go with linebacker or halfback, being that Josh Jacobs went over to Priest and the Packers. But yeah, I think that third one, it might be a little bit of a doozy, so you'll kind of find out here soon enough who that one is.
Yeah, Brad White. That's pretty much. I don't think I need to say anything more. Brad White. The quarterback of the future for me. He's probably the quarterback for the next 3-4 Maddens, hopefully.
And you built.
He's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady-ish. Like, yeah, that's the main position of focus for me. That just keeps my offense going, my high-powered offense, and just without if I gotta roll with I don't even remember the quarterback's name that I have in real life in the Seahawks.
It's old boy. Played with the Jets for a long
Geno
time.
Smith.
Geno Smith. Yeah.
Geno Smith. Yeah, Mr. Geno Smith. Yeah. I'm going to find a way to get rid of him.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, definitely.
You're such a good team builder, man. No matter who you bring, you guys are going to be very, very, very good. Mr. Priest, when thinking about imports from Madden 25, what are you doing?
Well, Love, first of all, whoever wants him, he's for sale. Mr. Rex Manning's coming over. Also, bringing Stoogie Sparks, strong safety, X Factor. Picked him up, I think, the second last draft. I really like that guy. And then a O-lineman that I picked up in the last draft.
Nice.
That's who the Packers are looking.
I'd love to have Love, but I don't want that contract. And so I think I'm going to have to figure out something else.
I'm going to have to use a thing, like take the cut or something. I'm sure
Let's talk about Madden 24 a little bit more. What's the thing in Madden 25 that you have to do better than you did in Madden 24 for your team to be better?
Just run my offense. Like I'm really good at defense. It's just I give the ball way too many over to you. You get it on the 15-yard line, you're scoring every time. I got to keep the interceptions low, run the ball more. It's just hard sometimes. You just want to sling it. But I am learning this new way in the NCAA, so I don't know if we're going to be using that in Madden with the bar. But I'm old school. I just like to press the button or press up and over or whatever. But now I'm learning how to use the new school, so maybe that'll help me.
I hope so. Priest said sometimes you just got to sling it, Meek. What are you thinking?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, learn how to play some good OMFL playoff ball. Learn how to play, because the game plays so differently come playoff time. I feel like I can get there all the time. I don't want to sound like cocky or nothing like that. But I say that in the humblest way. But learn how to play football when it comes to the playoffs, because I've sold every year. I've sold every season. And there's nothing I can't hide that fact, so that's the main thing for me. Yeah.
For me, looking at it, I think I gotta work on, mixing up that playbook. I feel like I'm kind of textbook when people play me, and and then just run the ball. But I think also just engagement. When I'm engaged, I think I can really be a threat. You kind of see it. I'm hit or miss every season. But I think just working on mixing it up and, kind of just finding what works for me.
Hey, man, when you're engaged, you're a championship caliber team. We've seen you do it before. Let's talk about rivals, man. You've said you've been a little hit and miss, but there's been some really fun games whenever you're engaged. I love seeing those Raiders in the playoffs. Who's the number one guy that you cannot wait to play when we get to Madden 25?
Well, I've been following these media days, and I heard my boy Glaze over there out in Denver, took a little shot. He's always a nice little rival. But I'm piggybacking off of what Glaze said. I think just that AFC West. I mean, me and Luca, man, we have some battles out in Kansas City and Las Vegas. And I think, now I think Black Cat's moved from the Chargers, right? But who was coming back in?
I got this very convoluted message today that Penguins is going to Pittsburgh, Cincy is going to New York, I guess with the Jets, and Kobe is going to Tennessee. I don't think that answers your question, but I was trying to see if one of those teams was in there. And who is going to the Chargers? Is it Pepper? I think it's Pepper.
Sounded like it might have been Pepper, yeah. I think, I think he's coming back. I feel like
He
he's
is.
been with
Yep.
the Chargers. Yeah, so I think that'll be a nice little rivalry that'll, within the division. I can't say I've played. I mean, I think just everyone in here is just a tough matchup. So it's always fun creating those little rivalries, but it's nice to play someone that you haven't played in a long time. I know me and you have had some
Yep.
battles, but we'll see what that schedule looks like moving into the Madden 25.
Um, uh, I
Say
mean,
it. Just say it.
what else?
You know you want to say it. Just say
I wish I could say somebody else, but
it.
Mr. D Money, he may not see me as a rival because he stomps me in the playoffs every year. But yeah, that's the only person I could think of. Oh man, much respect for that guy. It can, games it can be stressful playing them sometimes, but all respect to him and what he does with his team, and how he plays, But yeah.
Hey, listen, anytime you got D Money's attention, you're doing something right. You definitely have his attention. Mr. Priest, what about you, bud?
What was the question?
Who's the number one rival or number one team that you can't wait to play in Madden 25?
I'm gonna have to say it's me and Colin has some red matches. He's the Bears now, and it's always fun playing him. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say him, and obviously Tim and the Lions. Who doesn't like beating up on the Lions? But he also beats up on me. So and then me and you, I like playing the Saints. We seem to hit it. We play each other. I don't know.
Yeah, every couple of seasons.
Couple seasons, but I think you got my number right now. But I think it's my turn soon.
Let's talk about Madden 25 for the last question. Madden 25 has a ton of new things. You talked about the passing a little bit. It's not going to be exactly the same as college, even though I hope they do put that in, but it's similar, and we haven't really made any decisions on it. We're going to force everybody to use one, or we're going to open it up. But what other features or what other things have you heard about Madden 25 that you can't wait to get your hands on and start playing with?
Colin, I guess that boomstick, you get that right on. It's not necessarily that you're going to get a fumble, but it tackles him properly. So if you get it all in the green, I guess that's a good thing. The juking is not as cheesy, it looks like. It's more realistic. That's what I've seen so far for the new features. I'm not sure if there's anything else.
There's one that worries me, and that's we got to talk about it as a board. But if we're going no switch like we've been playing, which I love, there's so many things about it that make the game much more strategic and intentional and realistic. But if you have a user running back on a CPU cornerback, it's game over. It's done. You can forget about you. They're going to juke their way right past that one guy. Meek, what about you?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off of Priest, and yeah, I haven't really been too tapped in with the information, but that new boom tech system that they got going on, it's definitely going to help a lot, especially with people that, throw caution to the wind and they like to dive and they like to just dive and hope for the animation, just to kick in, and if they're not in a position, hopefully EA gets that not perfect. Let me not say perfect, right. Hopefully they get it right.
We just need to
when
get
you
it
can
sort of
get out
right.
of those situations and, stay on your feet and not get tripped up 24/7,
Mr. Bowles, what do you think?
I've kind of looked into it a little bit. I won't say that I'm too engaged, but I do like the physics-driven gameplay. So, that boom tech, the other gentlemen were saying, I feel like it's gonna make the game a little bit less scripted in a way, right? So actual ratings, they're gonna have to come into play, and also that hit stick reloaded, Priest was saying. I think if you can get it perfect, cool. If not, it's actually gonna make you pay. So I think just more. I'm pretty excited just about that physics-driven gameplay, and I guess we'll see. We'll see how that first season goes, and if people will be less engaged or if they'll just be mad at it and being like, I'm ready for the next one.
We will find out pretty quickly, fellas, because it does feel much, much different. In watching the gameplay today, it seems like what we got on the beta was really, really old for whatever reason, because the gameplay did look much, much different on the gameplay video today. If you didn't see that posted, it is in the announcements chat. I still need to do a rating stream. I need to do a gameplay stream. There's a lot of streams I got to do. So we will do a catch up on all of those here really, really soon. Fellas, I appreciate you. Thank you for making time for me. And we have wrapped up another OMFL Media Days. These dudes are awesome, man. They're taking time out of their day, out of their schedule to come meet with me. They were being really kind. Work ran late today, and we had some tech issues we were working through. I appreciate these guys so much. This is why the OMFL is different. Not because I'm something special. I just try to work really hard and give you guys content and produce a lot of fun stuff that engages you. But it's because we have really good humans like Meek, like JaBowles, and like our guy Priest, who sometimes you just got to sling it. I hear you, Priest, loud and clear. Fellas, I love you. I'm going to get out of here. I need to breathe and take a break. It's been a long day today. But come back tonight if you're hanging around. I'm probably going to stream. I got to play Mr. Rogers tonight in our NCAA league. So make sure you come back and hang out with me. And then catch us tomorrow for more OMFL Media Days. I think we're going to be wrapping things up this week. It's going to be pretty exciting. I cannot wait to get to Madden 25. It's been way, way, way too long of a break. I appreciate you. You matter. Thank you for hanging out with me. You are loved. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Till then, peace.
Thank you, Nate.
Peace out.
Smash that like and subscribe.